How's it going, guys? Hat-Trick Line, also known as Karzy here, and this is going to be the first video on this channel. If you guys want to leave a like and sub if you like what you see, it would be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, we're going to be looking at 3 NHL trade deadline predictions. So first off, we have Artemi Panarin and Sergei Bobrovsky staying put in Columbus. Columbus is a playoff team, and I believe the franchise is one of the only ones that still hasn't won a playoff round yet. Guys like Artemi Panarin and Sergei Bobrovsky would definitely be hard to come by for any team, really, and to have them both right now in their prime with a playoff run just a couple months away, it would be a really bad decision on Columbus's part, even if it's just for this playoff run, to let them go. I feel like their presence is going to be needed if Columbus wants to reach the second and maybe even third round. Secondly, they just added Matt Duchene the other day. Matt Duchene is a great second-line centerman for Columbus behind Pierre-Luc Dubois. Definitely adds depth. And if you really think about it, if they're adding Duchene, who's most likely a rental, then they're probably not going to part ways with Panarin and Bob. They'd just be rentals to another team as well, considering they both already declared they want to test free agency. And just looking at that fact, it just makes it seem more or less likely that Columbus would want to deal the two players. Columbus may even look to add more at the trade deadline, which is just this Monday. They definitely have some prospects and some picks they could spare. They don't have their first for this year, and the first for next year's conditional, so they wouldn't be able to trade that away. But they definitely have some younger players and some prospects that could definitely still get shipped. And definitely look out for Columbus to try and make an impact on the deadline day, because the Metro is tough enough, and considering they still haven't won a playoff round, I'm sure they're looking to burst that bubble this season. Another big factor when it comes to Panarin and Bobrovsky leaving is that if they do tend to leave, they would want big boy deals anyway. So Columbus is going to be saving a lot of cap space if they do lose those two players. And when you look at it in that sense, they still have the cap space. They're not losing that value. There is value in having cap space. And even if they don't use it right away in the future, that cap space could be definitely big in signing players like Pierre-Luc Dubois to their deals after their entry levels, and it would definitely help them in the long run to have some money saved up. So for prediction number 2, we have Mark Stone going to Winnipeg, and as a Jets fan, I wouldn't be more excited if the Jets could land Mark Stone. The Jets definitely have what it takes this year to reach the Stanley Cup Finals and maybe go after the big prize, and they definitely have the prospects and the picks to make this deal. The Jets are one of the best teams with the best stockpiles of younger talent, considering that's what their team is built around. And they could definitely spare some of their bigger name young players to try and get Mark Stone. Their first has already been rumored to be on the block this season, and they also have some great young players. Logan Stanley is a 6'8" defenseman that the Ottawa Senators have apparently been interested in. And obviously Christian Vesalainen, the Jets prospect in the KHL this year, having a great season. He also played NHL and AHL games this year, which makes him even more valuable. He could definitely get shipped out. The Jets also have Nick Petan, who has been helped. If the Jets were to be able to acquire Mark Stone, it would look deadly to have him on their second line. With Blake Wheeler already occupying the first line slot, it would definitely look for Stone to move to the second. But having Patrik Laine on that second line with Mark Stone would be a brilliant move by the Jets. With Laine being a more offensive threat, he has a little bit of the defensive game to be desired. But with Mark Stone, one of the best defensive forwards in the league, he could definitely complement Laine and help him reach the potential that we know Laine can have. He can be a 50-goal man, but he's struggled at times. Obviously this year, the 15-game drought. But with Mark Stone on his side, it might just be able to change up the game for the better and get Laine going to that 50-goal territory we all know he's capable of. Plus, the cherry on top is that Mark Stone is a Winnipeg native, so it would be a coming home party for him, and wouldn't that be crazy for a Winnipeg kid to be playing in the whiteout in Winnipeg in the playoffs, and maybe give the Jets that boost they need to reach Lord Stanley. And finally, I have the St. Louis Blues standing pat at the deadline. They're not going to make any big changes outside maybe a depth forward or a depth defenseman or two. Mostly because when I look at the Blues and how their season started, it was off to a very rough start. You know, they added Ryan O'Reilly. Everyone thought they were going to be a lot better. They had the talent from the looks of it to go on a tear this year, but they really struggled to start. And it became just a question of what is it going to take for the Blues to get on the right path? And through not messing with anything, through just letting the players play and trusting what they have, the Blues have gone on a mighty run as of late. They're back into the playoffs picture. I believe 8 games above 500 right now, and it was like a 13-2-1 run, I think. That's what their rookie goaltender Jordan Binnington is doing for them right now. So from what I look at the Blues in that picture, I don't see any reason why they should shake anything up, you know? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and right now the Blues are playing absolutely exceptional hockey. They beat some pretty good teams in that stretch, and they're looking great. Vladimir Tarasenko absolutely destroying it right now. Looking more like the Tarasenko of the old, and I just don't see any reason why the Blues would shake things up. Like I said, they have it going good for them right now. I think maybe bringing in, like I said, a depth forward or a depth defenseman, they might do maybe just a minor swap. But I don't expect the Blues to do anything major. I don't expect them to ship out their future. I don't expect them to do a big player-for-player swap. Just for those reasons aside. But if the Blues continue the torrid pace they're on right now, they definitely look like they could upset a team or two in the playoffs, and look out for them to be deadly, but don't look for them to do anything major on deadline day. And that's it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was really fun to make. I'm hoping to make some more videos in the future. Probably won't be daily right away, but I'll definitely ease into it. And if you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. Have a good day, and I will see you in the next one.